Most of you would know me as Laura from the Boycott RSPCA and the People for SA for Accountability from the RSPCA pages on Facebook. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you for being here today. You should all be incredibly proud for standing up with us and saying, hey, it's time that things change. It is time that the RSPCA starts being held accountable for the mishandling of the plethora of cases, including Moorook. We, the people, want answers from the RSPCA in regards to the recent dealings, and we have a lot of hard questions that we want answered, and they simply need to answer them in an honest and open manner, instead of using their typical PR response attitude to try and quell the public's intense interest, which at the end of the day is just not good enough anymore. They must start being held accountable instead of answering to no one and having free rein, as that current environment is one that breeds bad attitudes and abuse of power. I believe it is possible for the RSPCA to work hand in hand with the not-for-profit and no-kill shelters in South Australia without the use of threatening or heavy-handed tactics. Because let's face it, without these amazing people who dedicate their lives to running the not-for-profit no-kill shelters, the RSPCA would be 20 times more inundated with animals than they already are. You would think that they could see that and be somewhat thankful, instead of going after these people and trying to work against them, that they could work with them in a variety of ways. But I suppose common sense does not always prevail. A lot of change is desperately needed, and in order for this to happen, we must keep calling for reviews and inquiries. With enough noise and support, I know that we can make this happen. Lastly, I'd like to thank all of the amazing guest speakers who have volunteered their time to speak today, and for everything they have done so far, especially Mark Aldridge for the incredible hard work and hours he's put in so far over the last few weeks in order to help Moorook Animal Shelter and this rally movement. You really are a true gem, Mark, and we cannot thank you enough for making this possible. Together, we are the real voice for animals.
Yeah. Another lady will have a quick chat and we'll finish up soon. Make sure you sign the protest, the petition. A couple of things too. Look, there's the Million Paws Walk coming up. Now I know most of us are going to boycott that for obvious reasons, but let's not go there and cause any trouble. You know, people don't all know what's going on. That is our job to make sure they do. When you share things on social networks, make sure you explain why, because if you told me 3 or 4 years ago that the RSPCA were running around killing animals and accumulating money and intimidating old ladies that look after animals, I wouldn't have believed you. Okay, so you have to actually educate them. It's a very, very important thing. And I want the biggest 3 cheers for Lola McLaughlin, one of the, getting teary now, one of the best women I've ever met in my life. Please, 3 cheers for Lola. You know, you can't, I know some people here have met her, you just can't imagine what she does. She's 65 years old. She gets up at 5 in the morning to clean all those cages if someone can't come to help her. You know, if any of you guys want to really, really stand up, any time in the next few months, give her a ring and go up there for a drive. Give her a hand. Meet the animals, take them for a walk. And don't go there if you haven't got a dog, because you will leave with one, because they are absolutely beautiful. And my wife's avoided going there for that very reason, because she knows what will happen. I'd come back to the back of the car, it'll be full, the boot will be full of animals. Sorry, the back seat. I'm so proud of everybody getting behind me. I will keep this fight up forever until Moorook is completely safe from the RSPCA, and may we mention the councils here, because we are doing everything we can. You know, the council up there, as much as they're pretending to work with us, and I like to use that word, they're pretending to work with us, they have development officers. They could come in and say, Mark, I want to drain here, this, there, that. I can do it. Whatever they ask of us, we can achieve it, because we are a force as a people. But they're not telling us that, they're making my life hard. You know, and it really, really is awkward. Lola has done a brilliant job if you go and look through that place, and I'm so proud that we've all gone up there and supported her, because this is what Australia is about. It's about patriotic people, caring people, standing together to help a person while they're down, and I am so proud of you all. Thank you.
Hi, some of you might have seen some comments that I've posted on Mark's page. I'm Tracy Phillips. I've been a registered cat breeder for over 20 years. I'm not currently breeding or showing cats anymore. When I first started breeding, some 20 odd years ago, I needed to call the RSPCA as one of my cats, this domestic cat, had got under my floorboards and I couldn't get him out. He got under a fireplace and got under the floorboards. Their response to me was to rip the floorboards up in a rental property. They refused to come out and help me, and I was quite stunned by that. 10 years ago again, I had to call them when my German Shepherd had managed to get loose onto Hampstead Road. He ran out onto the main road, got hit by 2 cars before he managed to come back and take off. Given the time of day, that it was at about 4:30, I thought I need to get home and call the councils, the shelters, to put a report in case someone finds him. My thought was, if someone finds an injured dog, they're going to go to the RSPCA, they're going to call the RSPCA and give his details. When I did ring the RSPCA and told them what happened, I was told I was actually chastised for not having a collar on my dog after I'd explained that I didn't know if he had his collar on as he pulled the ring out the collar. I didn't know if it had broken off. They refused to even take my details in case someone had found him and they could reunite him with me. So this is not a new thing what the RSPCA does. More recently, I was the target of a vendetta vindictive call to the RSPCA. Another cat breeder decided to call the RSPCA and report me as a potential cat hoarder. So hearing some of the stories here today, my cats are sheltered, my cats are fed, they go to the vet. So why when someone rings up the RSPCA and says, I've just found a litter of puppies on the side of the road, and they ask an obvious question such as, well, do they have shelter? And the answer is yes. How can the RSPCA come to someone such as myself to inspect my property and not do that for an obviously needy case? What kind of questions do they ask of people that put reports and complaints in? It's just beyond me, and this is where, you know, we do need the transparency. Someone's got it on a thing here somewhere. Accountability. Why one person and not someone else? You know, it just doesn't make sense or logic to me, and that's what I ask for. Accountability and transparency. Thank you.
That's all we're asking for, isn't it? We're asking for grassroots to look back what the Royal Society was about, the protection of cruelty to animals, not the perpetration of cruelty to animals. Maybe they've misspelt it, they have some sort of issues. Maybe we actually should go in there and look at the people themselves. I don't know if you're aware, but I've received legal letters all week. I'm being sued by, I think, half the staff. So obviously I've offended them, but maybe they have anger management problems and should be taken to a vet. I won't say much more. I think we've covered everything. I think we must call for a select committee. If you don't understand what that means, is a parliamentary inquiry is one thing, but a select committee is where we, the people, can put forward submissions. The shelters can put forward submissions. The animal carers can put forward submissions. And that is what we need to do. We need to make sure that this house behind us here do their job that we pay them to do, and they make sure that the RSPCA is brought to account. And I know that if you notice, but Tasmania, they sacked the whole board, okay? So this is not nothing normal. And I'll finish on one note with the councils, because I've got to give them a bit of a dig. If most councils take an animal to a pound run by the RSPCA, they pay the RSPCA $68, I've been told. They have taken thousands of animals to Moorook, and they charge her to have a licence. They haven't given her 10 cents in all those years. I worked out that it's about 200 grand they owe her, and maybe if the council aren't going to come to the party and help us with a development plan, maybe we should sue them for the money they owe Lola, and then she can just get in professionally. I'll finish on that note. I'll finish on the fact that I'm proud of you all. I'm extremely proud of Lola. I'm extremely proud of those people that support her all these years. The RSPCA have to be brought to account, and looks like we have to do it. So get off your butts, everybody. Get on social networks. Spread the news. If you see an animal that needs help, make sure maybe you decide that where you ring might be a non-kill shelter. And if you're going to donate money in the interim period until we can get these bastards doing what they should be doing, donate it to a